Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. My name is Brian. Welcome to another review. No, it is not January 20th again. I'll explain in a second, but this is for the new Sleater-Kinney album, No Cities to Love. Obviously, like I said, it's not January 20th. Why are you reviewing this so late? One, because I don't really have any other reviews going on, and two, this was an album that I completely just missed. Not because I was skipping over it in any way, it just never got to my attention. But I'll explain why it sort of did more recently. Sleater-Kinney is a punk rock, indie rock band, and they've been around since the 90s until they broke up in 2005, and this is sort of their return album. And I've never listened to their music ever. This is sort of the first time I wanted to get into this band's discography, and I know I will go back and listen to them because I know you guys are going to be lovely with the comments below about which of the albums I should check out next. But to be completely honest, the only reason why this intrigued me was because of Carrie Brownstein, because my connection with her is I love Portlandia, so I was like, I want to review this album to see what her music's like, what the album's like in general. And to be honest, I really enjoyed what I heard. It was very catchy, I thought the lyrics were on point, and just musically, it was not super crazy, like over the top in any way, but all the elements were there, there's different variations, and it always kept my interest, mainly because it's like right over 30 minutes long. It's only 10 tracks, so it kind of goes by really quick so you can get in multiple listens and sort of get all of what's going on. And like I said, there's very different variations of kind of simpler sounding songs. Like the opening track, Price Tag, which is a bit of a more upbeat, sort of light sounding song, where something like Fade or Bury Our Friends have either more heavy guitar riffs or more rawer sounds, and that's sort of a nice little variation throughout the whole album where there's some nice clean tracks, and then they kind of go all out on it, and they go absolutely crazy, and certain tempo changes, like for example one of my other favorite tracks on here, Gimme Love, which like sort of the last 10 seconds or so they speed it up just a little bit. So there's a lot of different kind of elements that go on throughout this album. And again, like I said, in terms of lyrics and delivery and singing wise, everything is just so much fun to listen to, so catchy in a way, like Price Tag, like Gimme Love, like No Cities to Love. You're just singing along. We'll never check the price tag. Gimme love, gimme love. Oh, oh. I got no cities to love. So with all these tracks, you're just sort of having a lot of fun listening to it, and again, just musically, everything sounds so on point. And in a way, like ironically, there was never really a track that, like, there might have been tracks that I didn't love as much as other tracks, but none of the tracks to me ever felt sort of fallout. Like they very much all at least stuck out in a pretty decent way to where I remembered sort of what was going on within that track or what it was about. Like something like No Anthems, which was a little bit more of a sort of slower sort of rock jam, and Gimme Love, which is also sort of the same. It's a little bit slower, which, you know, I was just talking about how it gets a little bit quicker at the end, and this is again a bit of a more slower track, and it's a good amount of the lyrics is sort of the Gimme Love refrain. But again, just lyrically and delivery wise, you sort of get encapsulated by it. Something like the Jeff Rosenstock album where musically it's great, but if you're not really getting either good lyrics or a good vocalist or something interesting in that realm, you're just sort of at ease with this part of the album, whereas this part of the album is just kind of mediocre. And it was a very enjoyable listen for me. And to be completely honest, if I were to really say any tracks on this album I thought were just kind of meant to me, was probably the two tracks right after the opening, which is Surface Envy and Fangless, or the other way around, Fangless and then Surface Envy. Those were really the only two tracks where I kind of listened to them, I kind of was like, okay, this is fine, but other than that, I'm pretty much at least somewhat enjoyed the rest of this album. I thought there was a lot of great sounds and instrumentation, lyrics were great, and in the delivery of those lyrics, I thought it was also really great as well. It always kept me interested. The ending was like sort of a good way to sort of end out this album, and who knows if they're going to be continuing doing music now that they're back, now that they're together. But if you listen to the album, because I know it's been months now, so I think you might have listened to it. What you think of the album? What are some of your favorite songs? Leave that all in the comments below, as well as obviously recommendations of their past work. And if you have recommendations of albums that I should check out and try to review, leave all that in the comments below as well. If you liked, please like. And if you want, please subscribe if you want to see more music reviews as well as movie, sometimes television reviews, and some original stuff hopefully rolling out soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning into ChannelBK. I gotta go back into the future now. Peace out, guys.